Hey, thanks a lot for joining us here at timforce.com. I'm excited to share with you very quickly some feedback on lot codes. I had a question from Stephen regarding lot codes, and so I thought I'd share that information, the information I shared with him in the email. I'd share that with you in this quick video. So I'm just going to share some quick insights, comments on lot codes for food products, and help you to understand a little bit about lot codes in the food business and the importance of them. So let's get to it. Lot codes are not mandatory on every single food product, but it is to your benefit to have them. For instance, the FDA does require lot codes on products like baby formula, and there are different products that specifically needs information on there if the product can hurt you. Now, lot codes are different from expiration dates. Expiration dates are something that's on the product if it needs to be purchased by a certain date or consumed by a certain date, or if there's an issue. Lot codes are the manufacturing. It's it has to do with the production run. It's to keep up when was it produced, what production line was it produced on, and that's kind of just an outline of what it is. So let's get into a few examples and information about lot codes. Before we do that, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to this video. Would love a comment below if you find this helpful, or a thumbs up if you find it useful as well. And it surely helps in the algorithms for others that are looking for food opportunities, ways to increase and grow their food business and to improve their food business. So back to lot codes. Primarily, lot codes are for food safety and quality. Now, if you've taken a process class, you may be very aware of that, but there are lots of instances in the food business where lot codes are not that prevalent. You may not be aware of them. You do want them on your packaging. It is very important that you have it as part of your ongoing inventory management program, and it begins with the suppliers you bring product in. And so you want to capture those lot numbers on the product's ingredients that go into your food product, because oftentimes you do everything correct, and the reason there's an FDA recall or a situation which we all want to avoid is specifically because of a supplier issue. And so the better the lot codes you're tracking is, the better the opportunity for you to quickly respond, also to effectively and efficiently respond. For instance, you may not be required to you possibly, without lot codes, would be forced to take everything off the market. With lot codes, you can find that exact problem, and you can even specifically know which retailers it went to. So you'll know from a lot code, you'll know when it was processed, the ingredients that went into the product, along with the line that was made on, and all sorts of different things. If you're not sure, lot codes are generally printed onto the packaging at the time of manufacture or filling the product, and it'll be in oftentimes an inconspicuous place, maybe on the back or side, or something that is not on the front of the display panel. Oftentimes it'll be a Jillian date code. Jillian date would be a number between 0 to 1 to 365. So it'd be the first day of the year, or the last day of the year is 300. So December 31st would be 365. Also, you'll have the year. Oftentimes, the year will be a letter. So A, B, C. There's a chart to represent what year that is. Possibly, some people do put the number on there, and then somehow or some way you're going to share what plant it's from, what line it was run on, something of that nature. I've seen numbers and letters used for that. But the most important part, there's all kinds of ways you can put lot codes on products, but the most important part is you know what it's manufactured, when it was manufactured, what line it was on, and where it is in the distribution system. So you'll be able to track this product. So it's going to go from manufacturer to shipping to distributors, and then all the way to retail. And so everyone's going to need to be able to see the lot code and understand the specific lot codes. Also, you're going to have an inventory management system as part of your company and as part of your good practices. So you're going to want to capture a system that will allow you to capture lot codes for every batch of product that you manufacture. So you're going to capture the lot codes of all your ingredients for each batch that you produce and send to the market. The important thing to remember is this is a safety and quality issue. Also, it allows you to effectively and quickly respond if there is an issue and address any problems in the market and take care of it. By doing a good job with lot codes, it's going to allow you to mitigate and or very much minimize the impact on your food business if there's ever an issue or a problem. And so it's very, very important. Also, it's very helpful and effective for you in running your food business to have a very strong lot code system in place for your suppliers and then your overall finished goods as they go out to the marketplace. I hope this has been helpful or beneficial to you. If you have any questions, you can send me a question, tim@timforrest.com, regarding lot codes, and be more than happy to help you out any way I can. I've got another resource besides these videos that I'm excited to share with you, and I would love to send you my latest book, and it's you can get that at gettimsbook.com, and it takes you, I'll pay for the book. I'll send you a free copy of my book if you'll pay for the shipping, and also you can get the first chapter for free at gettimsbook.com. And this is the proven five ingredients that I've used over the decades with food companies to scale to millions. And there's a tremendous amount of insight and helpful processes in here to help you to grow your food business. Hope that helps. If you have an innovative food product, I would love to talk to you. Jump on my schedule at timforrestmarkets.com or jump over to my website, timforrest.com as well, and there's information there for getting on my calendar. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.